live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
A pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the National News Broadcast. We are coming to you live from Rupavahini's News Studios. I'm Dilanjali Ananda.
And I'm Siobhan Pereira. Let's take a look at your headlines right away.
The Cabinet nods to pass the electricity draft bill with a simple majority, subject to the amendments ruled out by the Supreme Court. The President says that Sri Lanka is committed to achieve the target for carbon emission by 2040. Measures will be taken to replan the Colonnawa town. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is ready to start the third term of office. National Television introduces a new teledrama with an innovative experience for the audience.
In your local news, the Cabinet has granted its approval to pass the electricity draft bill in simple majority subjected to the amendment ruled out by the Supreme Court.
Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says that this decision was taken at the special Cabinet meeting held today. Meanwhile, Senior Electric Engineers Association says that this draft bill should not be viewed in a political angle. Media spokesman of the Senior Electric Engineers Association, Nandika Patrage, said that this bill is not politically motivated. A bankrupt situation was developed since these institutions were not restructured. Some top officials who were appointed to the Electricity Board in an illegal manner now says that these reforms should not be carried out. If these officers did their duty properly, there would not be a problematic situation. This group of officers do not let any fruitful project be implemented which are beneficial for the betterment of the Electricity Board. They do whatever they wish. Due to this situation, the country has not yet established a LNG power plant. These officers are reluctant to implement low-cost power generation projects. On the other hand, trade unions have also caused immense damages to the Electricity Board. The Electricity Board is running at a loss now due to trade union activities. Therefore, the Electric Engineers Association stresses the need to restructure the Electricity Board. It will protect the jobs of the employees and their EPF, ETF and pension allowances. The Electric Engineers Association is confident that this bill will be passed legally for the betterment of the people of the country.
Well, more on the same story. Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara told the Parliament today that the proposed electricity draft bill will be passed with the amendments recommended by the Supreme Court. The relevant debate is to be held tomorrow. Several parliamentarians expressed their views today regarding this matter and several other matters. Chief Opposition Whip Parliamentarian Lakshman Kiriella said that the Oversight Committee presented a number of amendments regarding this bill yesterday. The chairman of the Oversight Committee has said that he accepts these amendments. Therefore, the opposition needs to know that whether the government accepts the amendments of the Oversight Committee or the amendments of the Supreme Court. And Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara said that even the opposition leader participated at the Oversight Committee yesterday. The government is ready to accept all the amendments proposed by the Supreme Court. The government has also agreed to reduce the 50% limit up to 15%. Therefore, the government expects to conduct the relevant debates tomorrow as scheduled.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe announced that Sri Lanka is committed to achieving a net zero carbon emissions by 2040 while pursuing its economic goals. He noted that Sri Lanka is the first country in Asia to incorporate the global objective of zero carbon emissions into its national policy. He made these remarks during the World Environmental Day celebrations held at the Presidential Secretariat this morning. The President emphasized that Sri Lanka's approach to climate change and environmental issues goes beyond traditional programs and is now integrated into the country's economic and foreign policies. He also highlighted that the upcoming Climate Change Act and the establishment of the Climate Change Center will create a comprehensive legal framework for addressing environmental and climate change issues. a framework that is unique compared to other countries. President Ranil Wickremesinghe signed the Gazette announcement declaring the Varnagalavat Environmental Protection Zone in the Ratnapura district. He also symbolically awarded medals to 8 students from 4 school environmental pioneer brigades. During the event, the first issue of Soba magazine was presented to the President. Additionally, mineral kits were distributed to schools, environment-friendly mining licenses were issued, and certificates and gifts were awarded to the 10 best green railway stations. The World Environment Day celebration held at the Presidential Secretariat under the theme Effective Land Use is a Healthy Alternative also saw the launch of National Green Procurement Policy under the President's leadership. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that amidst these challenges, small countries like Sri Lanka are struggling to address climate change. He said that the government must now take new measures to combat this issue. He also said that limiting ourselves to the initiatives undertaken during the establishment of the Ministry of Environment is no longer sufficient. He added that to achieve our goals, we need to implement several new programs, and we have already begun this work. The first step is to establish a new legal framework. He said that the government already submitted the initial legislation to Parliament. The President said that the National Policy on Economic Transformation A2, as outlined in Section 3 of the Economic Transformation Bill, sets a goal of achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. With this commitment, we have become the first country in Asia to incorporate the goal of net zero carbon emissions into our national policy. He said that once this bill is passed, it will become a national policy. All organizations, including those in the non-governmental sector, will be required to comply with it. He's added that additionally it is necessary to amend the environmental laws prepared by the Central Environmental Authority. These laws, drafted in the 1980s, are now outdated and need to reflect current conditions. We plan to make these amendments in the near future. He said that specifically we are working on introducing the Climate Change Act and the Act establishing the Climate Change Centre. Once these drafts are enacted, Sri Lanka will have a fundamental legal framework addressing environmental and climate change issues. He said that we have also planned to establish a dedicated unit within the Ministry of Finance focused on creating a green economy. This unit will be responsible for funding programs aimed at promoting a green economy, and we expect to have the entire system in place by the end of this year. Now, the amount allocated for each affected family to provide cooked meals and dry rations has been increased by 33%.
State Minister of Finance Dr. Ranjit Siyambalapitia says that the additional funds allocated for relief activities have already been released to the relevant district secretaries. Our correspondent stated that floods in the Mathura district has gradually receded at present. Relief will be provided to the affected people through the Mathura district secretariat. Cooked meals are being supplied to the affected people with the support of army personnel. Meanwhile, a large number of houses in Malimbada, Katduwa, Aturaliya and Katuangoda areas are still underwater. The Navy boats provide them required food items and other essentials. It is reported that the Palapitiagoda and Nartupan areas along the Tebuana road in the Dodangoda Divisional Secretariat area are still underwater due to the overflow of Kalu River. Our correspondent reports that flood level in the Baddegama area is still rising. Baddegama town and surrounding areas have gone underwater due to the overflow of Ging River. Flood in Akuras areas has receded at present, and the relief workers started cleaning the wells, trade stalls and preschools today with the aim of preventing the spread of contagious diseases. Floodwater in the Gampaha town has receded at present. However, the Bandaranaike College area along the Gampaha-Yakkala main road is still underwater, disrupting vehicular transport. Water flow at the Kotugoda bridge along the Jayala-Minuwangoda area is disrupted. This has caused obstruction to vehicular transport. The Sri Lanka Air Force used drones to monitor the disastrous situation in the Gampaha area. A house at Balabo area in Mirigama has been totally damaged due to a fall of an earth mound. Our correspondent says that no one was in the house at the time of the accident. The Southern Provincial Ministry of Education announces that the schools closed in Galle and Mathura districts due to inclement weather will be open from tomorrow. Meanwhile, Sabaragamu Provincial Ministry of Education informs that all schools in the Ratnapura, Kuruita and Aliyogoda areas in the Ratnapura zone and all schools in the Alepata and Ayagama divisions in the Nivithigala zone will remain closed tomorrow as well. In more local news, the Urban Development Authority says that the Colonnawa town will be replanned by using the land in the Colonnawa Divisional Secretariat areas in a wise manner.
A committee has been appointed under the patronage of Colombo District Secretary in this connection. Representatives from the Urban Development Authority, Irrigation Department and several other institutions have also been included in this committee. President Ranil Wickremesinghe recently made an inspection visit to the flood-affected Colonnawa area and presented a cabinet paper in this connection. It was approved by the Cabinet of Ministers. Under this cabinet paper, Colonnawa town will be planned anew to provide relief and benefits to the urban dwellers. Deputy General of the Urban Development Authority, Prasad Ranavira, said that the percentage of lowlands, marshy lands and paddy fields in the Colonnawa area has decreased to 20% at present due to various reasons. As a result of this problem, people in the Megoda Colonnawa, Orugodawata and Velampitia areas face the flood threat today. Therefore, these low-lying areas should be developed under a new plan. The Urban Development Authority is ready to achieve this target within a very short period.
Now, news from the longest election in the world, the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, which won 293 seats in the 2024 Lok Sabha election to push past the majority mark of 272, will form the new government Saturday, when Narendra Modi will be sworn in as the Prime Minister for a historic third consecutive term. Prime Minister Narendra Modi this afternoon met President Draupadi Murmu and tendered his resignation along with Council of Ministers, the President's office announced. President Murmu has accepted his resignation and requested him to continue till the new government assumes office, according to the statement. Later, President Draupadi Murmu dissolved the current Indian Parliament 17th Lok Sabha earlier on the day on the advice of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led cabinet, paving the way for the new government. The cabinet in its meeting held on Wednesday advised the President to dissolve the current Lok Sabha with immediate effect, it said. Mr. Modi was unanimously chosen as the leader of the alliance this afternoon and was congratulated for his leadership and strides our nation has made under him. They also appreciated his hard work and efforts in nation building. The NDA partners said Mr. Modi had a vision for Viksit Bharat and they remain partners in this goal. They lauded his role in increasing India's status in the world. Earlier today, NDA leaders met at Mr. Modi's residence to review the election result and discussions of government formation, after which a delegation of senior figures from the BJP and its NDA partners was supposed to meet President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan to stake claim to power. Meanwhile, addressing an adoring crowd at the party's Delhi HQ late Tuesday, the Prime Minister said that the people of India had placed their faith in the NDA for a third time. Mr. Modi also had made special mention of Telugu Desam party leader Chandrababu Naidu and Janata Dal leader Nitish Kumar, veteran coalition-era politicians who are now seen as kingmakers. Mr. Naidu's TDP has 16 Lok Sabha MPs and Nitish Kumar's JDU has 12. India's NDTV, quoting political sources, said the Congress and India bloc are considering a late approach to both Mr. Naidu and Nitish Kumar. Meanwhile, India Alliance member party Shiv Sena's leader Sanjay Raut has backed the idea of Congress leader Rahul Gandhi becoming Prime Minister if the situation ever arises. After the opposition bloc India's better than expected performance in the Lok Sabha elections, leaders of India bloc are arriving in the national capital for a big meeting a day after results were declared for the Lok Sabha election. The India bloc secured 232 seats in the elections, restricting the BJP-led NDA to 293 and 18 seats going to others. Prime Minister or President Ranil Wickremesinghe has extended his felicitations to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the election victory of National Democratic Alliance led by Bharatiya Janata Party. Posting an X message, the President has stated that this victory shows the public confidence placed on progress and prosperity achieved in India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. President Wickremesinghe further said that he expects to further strengthen the cooperation with India as the closest neighbor in the region. Commendation for the victory of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's alliance was also expressed in the Parliament today. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that with the victory of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India will be able to achieve new heights in development. He said therefore Sri Lanka will congratulate Prime Minister Modi and his rule to lead India towards peace and development. Sri Lanka also expects to promote mutual and bilateral cooperation between the two countries. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that there should be a close Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that there should be a close friendship between Sri Lanka and India. As the opposition, he congratulates Prime Minister Modi to be able to have a permanent membership for India in the UN Security Council.
A series of new products were launched today under the brand of Forever Skin Natural. These new products were introduced under the patronage of Minister Dr. Bandhu Gunawardena. International quality skincare products Derma Elite and the series of hair care shampoo Vigor of 5 were launched at this ceremony. The Forever Company Limited makes a significant contribution to earn foreign exchange to Sri Lanka by exporting its products to over 60 foreign markets. Forever is a leading cosmetic and beauty product manufacturing company not only in Sri Lanka but also in the South Asian region. Minister Dr. Bandhu Gunawardena said that the government has to spend a large sum of foreign exchange to import cosmetics. If the Sri Lankan people get used to purchasing Sri Lankan products instead of foreign brands, Sri Lanka can save a large sum of foreign exchange within the country. And therefore, Sri Lanka should manufacture quality herbal products in an innovative manner and export them to the foreign countries.
More local news. The launching of teledrama titled Flat Known a Flat was held yesterday under the patronage of the chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Senior Professor Sudanta Liyanage. This teledrama is to be telecast in future through the national television, providing an innovative experience for Sri Lankan audience. The ceremony was held at the Anderson Housing Scheme Community Hall in Narayanpeta. This teledrama has been created as a detective story depicting the day-to-day lifestyle of middle-class housing complex. Background of the teledrama is Anderson Flats. It is the second teledrama directed by producer of the SLRC drama unit Mao Lakshita Karunatilaka and produced by Vijita Manjula Singhapruthuvi of the national television. Suranga Premadasa and Gayan Dishanta are the cameramen of the drama. Music by veteran musician Navaratna Gamage, Isuru Lokuhitiarachi, Sarat Kotalavala, Subuddhi Lakmali, Morin Charuni, Volga Kalpani and many other veteran and popular actors and actresses have been contributed in role-playing into the drama. Several winners of the Rukirula 2024 competition of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation have also had the opportunity to act in this teledrama. The Flat, known as Flat drama, will be telecast from July through the national television. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Senior Professor Sudanta Liyanage, said that he is confident that this teledrama will capture Sri Lankan audiences. The SLRC has to utilize innovative marketing strategies at present. The SLRC will have to overcome the challenges posed by social media. The Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation has a considerable number of YouTube viewers. It is the responsibility of all to save this national resource since it belongs to the nation. Deputy Director General of Programs of the SLRC, Nila N. Kasim, said that the national television has been presenting precious teledramas for 4 decades, nurturing the teledrama sector. The national television has a considerable number of audience. Therefore, he said that he is confident that this teledrama will create significant changes in the teledrama sphere.
The pioneer state television of Sri Lanka, the Independence Television Network, completes 45 years of service today. This is a special note in this regard. Shan Wickramasinghe, Anil Vijayawardena and Bob Christies are considered as the pioneers who introduced television media into Sri Lanka. They started this first television media channel at a room located at a house in Mahalwarawa in Kottawa. Later, the then government acquired that television channel and restarted it on the 5th of June in 1979 as the Independence Television Network. Senior journalist late Thevis Gurike was appointed as the competent officer of this channel. With the start of this channel, Sri Lanka's television media network has achieved significant development at present. The ITN has always been serving to the nation until today by providing information to the public, even in huge natural calamities in the country. The national television felicitates the ITN for its 45th anniversary as a sister channel in television media.
President Ranil Wickramasinghe received the credentials of 5 newly appointed High Commissioners and 9 ambassadors to Sri Lanka at the Colombo Fort President's House this morning. President Ranil Wickramasinghe received the credentials of 5 newly appointed High Commissioners and 9 ambassadors to Sri Lanka at the Colombo Fort President's House this morning. The High Commissioners representing New Zealand, the Republic of Cyprus, the Maldives, the Republic of Sierra Leone and the Republic of Mauritius were present. Additionally, ambassadors from the Republic of Guatemala, the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, the Republic of Estonia, the Lao People's Democratic Republic, the Republic of Colombia, the Republic of Turkey, Ireland, Greece and the Republic of Bulgaria also handed over their credentials. Omar Castaneda Solares is the new ambassador of the Republic of Guatemala. Ali Ochoa is the ambassador of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Maria Lup is the ambassador of the Republic of Estonia. Boon May Vanmani has been appointed as the ambassador of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. Victor Hugo Echeverri is the ambassador of the Republic of Colombia. David Gregory Pine is the High Commissioner of the New Zealand. Semih Lutfu Turgut has been appointed as the ambassador of the Republic of Turkey. Evagoras Vryonides is the High Commissioner of the Republic of Cyprus. Kevin Kelly has been appointed as the ambassador of Ireland. Masood Imad has been appointed as the High Commissioner of the Republic of Maldives. Aliki Kautso Mitopolo is the ambassador of the Hellenic Republic. Abu Bakr Karim is the High Commissioner of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Nikolai Yankov has been appointed as the ambassador of the Republic of Bulgaria. Heymandoyal Dilam is the High Commissioner of the Republic of Mauritius. Following the acceptance of credentials, President Ranil Wickremesinghe engaged in friendly discussion with the new High Commissioners and Ambassadors. Minister of Foreign Affairs Ali Sabri, along with President Secretary Samaneka Nayaka, were also present at the occasion.
The State Minister Dr. Ranjit Singh Blapatia says that President Ranil Wickremesinghe is achieving a silent revolution for the well-being of the citizens of the country. He made these remarks participating in a ceremony in Ruanvela area yesterday. State Minister Dr. Ranjit Singh Blapatia said that President Ranil Wickremesinghe has achieved a revolution in the island during this short period. A revolution means a change in the existing system as a better system. The President has been able to find solutions for the imbalance of income among the poor people. The President has been able to provide freehold deeds to 2 million families under the Urumaya program. The second is to provide rice for needy families. The second round of distributing 10 kilos of rice to 3.2 million needy families today began from Ruanvela area.
The development work needed to increase the operational capacity of the Jaya container terminal in the Colombo harbour is being completed at present. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva yesterday engaged in an inspection visit there. The Jaya container terminal is scheduled to be officially opened by the end of this month. In addition to the existing 14 gantry cranes, 3 45-meter height gantry cranes have been installed anew there. The 1,280 meters anchorage has been extended by another 120 meters. The container terminal has also been widened up to a stretch of 13 acres. Sri Lanka Ports Authority has spent a sum of 10 billion rupees for this development project. Upon completion, 2 large-scale container vessels can be anchored in the harbour at a time. And we will be right back with some foreign news items right after this. Stay tuned.
වායු සමනය සෙල්සියස් අංශක 26 තබමු. අංශකයකින් උෂ්ණත්වය
And we are back with some foreign news items. Morgues are overflowing and hospitals are struggling to cope with a surge of casualties in Deir al-Bala.
Medical sources tell that at least 75 people are killed in the past 24 hours by Israeli strikes on central Gaza. Israel announced its ground forces have moved into their Barrage refugee camp in central Gaza's Deir el-Bala, while fighter jets and artillery attack targets in the area. Hamas says it cannot agree to any ceasefire deal unless Israel makes a clear commitment. Meanwhile, Hezbollah rockets have sparked days of bushfires in northern Israel, with swathes of forest reserve destroyed and 11 people hospitalized for smoke inhalation. Now, the Netherlands team won the 7th match of the ICC T20 World Cup cricket tournament against Nepal by 6 wickets.
The match was played in Dallas grounds in the USA. Batting first, Nepal was all out for 106 runs in 19.2 overs. Rohit Paudel scored 35 runs. Tim Pringle claimed 3 wickets for 20 runs. In reply, the Netherlands passed the victory target for 4 wickets in 18.4 overs. Max O'Dowd scored not out 54. Somipal Kami Pringle claimed 1 wicket for 18 runs.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Dilanjali, together with Siobhan, signing off. Good night.